out of the city, how many persons are coming inside the country, you know, for over the month of end of the month period or end of the year, right? Like that, they have a month. So we just make that stop there. I believe we have 45 persons today here on the bus. We have 4 persons doing the triple tour. We have 12 persons doing the lost tour, and we have 29 persons doing the tiger cave. So we have 3 different tours today here on the bus. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna give you guys a city tour of what you guys are seeing around. So like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. After we exit the city, I'll be giving you guys a little bit of our cultures, our history, and right before we get to the location, then I'll be giving you guys the description of the tour. Okay? So if any questions, any concerns, please feel free to ask. If I know the answer, I will answer. If not, I will just say I don't know, right? Okay guys, but like I said, if you want to prefer to take a nap, please feel free to do so. It's how you feel comfortable. Okay guys, so this stretch here that we're exiting is actually the Marine Parade. That's the name of the street. So it's actually considered to be in the northern side of the city, right? Belize is divided by the north and the south. Okay, one question. Anybody research about Belize before they came to Belize? No?
No.
Nobody did their homework, right? That means I can say anything today. I'm just kidding, guys. No lying, right? Okay. So that was the Marine Parade Boulevard. It was once part of the Caribbean Sea. So where you see that fence over there, that section there was part of the Caribbean Sea about like 5 years ago. But they had to actually make a space for buses because if you notice when you got out of the port, it's a very small area out there. So there's no way all of those buses can fit there. So they made this area here, made it an inland area so they can actually park all the buses. So that's the reason why you guys had to wait a little while inside the port. The bus was actually parked all the way out here. You have to drive around to go and pick you guys up. Right? So that's just for accommodation of buses. Also guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you saw a wall. You guys see the wall? Okay, so the wall there is actually was created because we're actually like 2 to 3 feet below sea level, right? So basically it's a very low area, especially when it comes to the north. Like I said, Belize is divided by north and the south. So we're actually going through the north to go to the south. So that whole section that you saw there is considered to be a portion of the north, which is still considered to be lowlands area. So it actually can just be raining for about half an hour and the water is actually already going up. It's actually pretty low, guys. But yes, so besides that, guys, Belize is a very small country. So it will not have a lot of places like what you see in other countries. It will not be the same like other countries in Central America, right? So first of all, Belize is the only English-speaking country in Central America. Also, the only country in, I would say, in Central America that does not have a lot of stoplights. So that's one thing you're not going to be seeing a lot. What we do have a lot is a lot of speed bumps. So we're gonna be passing a lot of speed bumps. That's how we slow down speed or traffic here in Belize, right? Another thing that you will see a lot is a lot of runabouts, right? Okay, so this street here is what we call the Freetown Road. So it was named Freetown Road by ex-slaves in the early 1800s, right? So 1838, slavery was abolished and lots were actually given to ex-slaves. So this whole area here was once owned by ex-slaves, right? So they actually named it the Freetown Road. So this was the road that they will actually have carnivals, parades, celebrating that they were free from slavery, right? So basically that's how the name actually came around, Freetown Road. Now also, if you notice, the lots are actually pretty small. So right enough to build a house on it, right? Like I said, so this is just part of the south side of the city. We left the north side on that side. That whole section going around, taking the northern highway, is considered to be the north side of the country, right? So basically, guys, the north side was actually given to ex-slave masters, right? So which were actually British masters that were here in Belize, right? So basically, this here whole area here was actually home by ex-slaves, which are actually immigrated from Africa and Nigeria. Right? They were actually living here in Belize and took Belize as their home. Okay, so also over here we get to see one of our, I would say, trade schools. Like for example, you want to learn to be a mechanic, you want to be an electrician, you know, this type of trades. You come to these type of schools over here and you actually study for about 6 months to a year, then you get your certificate, right? So this is just one of them. This is one of the many that we have here in Belize, right? Also, in this section here, we actually have to get to see a lot of business. It's actually one of our busiest streets in the city, right? Also, guys, like I mentioned earlier, this is not like other countries. You won't be seeing a lot of franchise places like McDonald's, Applebee's, Burger King, right? And let me see what else. Walmart, Taco Bell, Target. So none of these are here in Belize, and it's not because we don't like it, guys. When we go to the border of Mexico and Guatemala, we go to those places. We visit those places because we don't have them, right? So Belize is the second smallest country in the Central America. So I would actually say that we don't have big investors that can come here to Belize and invest in this type of businesses, and that's the reason why we don't have it, right? Not because we don't like it. We actually love it. But yeah, we actually had Subway about 10 years ago, right here on this same street. One of the buildings that we passed recently, it was once a Subway, but it didn't work out. It actually didn't work out, and it was just up for like 4 years. After that, they closed down. Don't really know what happened, right? Okay, guys, now over here, you look, well, right now we have the pink flags, but normally we have different flags of our Commonwealth countries representing, you know, what we are. Okay, guys, so the highway that you're seeing going that way, that is considered to be the Northern Highway. So it takes us to the northern side of the country. Right, so if you drive there for about 4 to 5 hours, you reach to the border of Mexico. Right, you can drive straight to Mexico. So now it's actually called the Philip Golson Highway. Yes, guys, very narrow streets here in Belize. Remember I said, right, not a lot of stoplights, right? So, but yes, guys, so basically that's the Northern Highway, one of our major roads. So here in Belize, we only have about 4 to 5 major roads. So that will actually be one of them, which is the Northern Highway. Very soon we're going on the Western Highway, which actually connects the south and the west, right? Which actually takes us again to the border of Guatemala. So basically we're border to the north to Mexico, border to the south and west to Guatemala, then to the east is the Caribbean Sea. So how do you guys like our island so far?
Great. Doing a good job.
Guys, we're not an island. We're an inland country.
Oh.
I was just testing you guys. We're not an island, right? We're an inland country. Remember I said we're bordered to Mexico to the north, west and south to Guatemala, right? To the east to the Excursion. Okay guys, so the bridge that we just passed, that's the Belcan Bridge. We had a very big donation from Canada for building that bridge. To build that bridge, right? So it's actually called Belcan, Bell for Belize, Can for Canada, right? Now, this big building you see here, that's our civic center. That's where they have a lot of events, especially from high schools, primary schools, spelling bees, you know, these basketball games, football games. This is where they actually have all of those events. Now, the road here, this is what we call the Central Boulevard, which is actually one of our longest stretch, very busy, especially at these times, which is like from 8 to 9. It's actually one of our busiest hours, right? So we're lucky it's not too much. Sometimes it's actually way too much cars on this road, right? But yes, it's actually right now we are in our busy hours. You might see some students walking to school. Another thing you will notice is that the kids, some of the kids going to primary, ones going to high school, they're wearing uniforms. And if you guys are seeing some of them are still going to their schools and they're wearing uniforms. So the uniforms is a must here in Belize. So for you to attend an educational compound coming all the way from preschool to high school, you have to wear uniforms. That's a must. Now if you don't wear a uniform, then they charge you a fee if not you go back home.
Okay.
Like even the teachers have to wear a uniform. Do they wear uniforms back where you guys live? Some, right? Not all. Okay, here in Belize, it's all. Right? All from, like I said, preschool going all the way to high school. Right? Then when you go to university, then yes, you're allowed to wear casual, right? But once you are in preschool to high school, everybody has to use uniform. And the uniforms actually have different colors representing different schools. So if you do get in trouble out there or you decide to skip school, they know from which school you are, right? Then what will happen? They will call your parents. The teacher will give, whooping is allowed here in Belize, right? So the teacher is going to give you a whooping, then they will call your parents. Your dad might come for you. He will give you a whooping, then your mom will give you a whooping. Then if your aunts and your older siblings are there, they will give you a whooping too. So you learn not to skip school again. But yes, here in Belize, education is very expensive and very important, right? So that's something that, like I said, they actually have rules here in Belize. Uniforms is one. Make sure you're not missing school is another one. Okay, guys, so more up ahead, you will see a runabout. You actually see the design of the runabout has a hand holding a leaf right over here. So the metal hand was actually donated by the Taiwanese student that came to study here in Belize. And he actually donated the hand. He made it and he donated to the country. Now the leaf that it's holding is a mahogany tree leaf. Why? Because the mahogany tree here in Belize is our national tree. You guys know about mahogany, right? So that's our national tree. And there's a very long history on how that tree became our national tree. And that actually starts in the early 1600s. So in the early 1600s is actually when these people, Spanish people, like people from Spain, were actually trying to take over Belize. Right? They came here, they found the land, and they came here in search of silver and gold. But before we continue, guys, look at the cemetery. This is our only drive-through cemetery. And if you notice, the tombs are above the ground. Why do you guys think that is? It's low, right? Remember I said it's still a lowlands area. So basically, guys, it gets pretty flooded. So that's the reason why we can't bury our loved ones under the earth. So it has to be above the earth, right? And if you notice, all of the tombs are actually facing to the east. That's tradition for us here in Belize for most of the cultures. Right, you actually get buried facing to the east where the sun rises early in the morning and sets late in the evening. Right? Okay, so that's our second oldest cemetery and our only drive-through cemetery here on the country of Belize. Okay, guys, so this is the other major highway. This is the George Price Highway, actually named as our first prime minister here in Belize and also one of our Belizean heroes. And so this is the highway that can actually take us to the border of Guatemala. Okay guys, like I was saying earlier, everything starts in the early 1600s when the Spanish came here to Belize. They came in search of silver and gold. Do you guys think they found it?
No.
They didn't, right? So what they found is, they actually found out that Belize was rich in something. What do you guys think it is? Anybody has an idea?
Spices?
They found a lot of mosquitoes that you guys may meet earlier. Or later, right? So basically, they call it the most swampy mosquito coast. They didn't like it, right? They didn't found any silver, they didn't found any gold. They just found a lot of swampy areas, a lot of mosquitoes, and a culture called the Mayan culture, right? But that is what actually made them leave this area here and do not stay here. But they still took a claim over Belize. According to them, a portion of Belize was part of Guatemala and the other portion was part of Honduras. So basically, everything changed in the late 1600s when the British came here to Belize. So the British that came here to Belize in the early 1600s were actually, we call them pirates, because they were actually robbing the Spanish ships from their gold, or different treasures that they had. But they had a shipwreck and they came here. So when they got here, what they normally do when they got here was to actually cutting a lot of logwood. You guys familiar with logwood? So the logwood is a type of tree where you can actually get extract dye out of it, like green dye, blue dye, black dye, purple dye, like different type of color dye. So basically they started to cut the logwood so they can extract the dye, started to ship it back to Europe, and by doing that they actually found out that Belize was rich in something as well. And that's when the mahogany tree came in history of Belize, right? Because they found a lot of mahogany trees by cutting the logwood. Then they actually found out that mahogany was actually a really good material. Like, it was actually used for different things, to build furniture, to build homes, right? So basically, guys, that's when they started to take a real interest to this area. And they started to cut down all of those mahogany trees, ship it back to Europe, right? When they got here, they were already here with some of their slaves, right? So what they did is they started to get more slaves from Nigeria, from Africa, bring them here to help them, right? And that's how the whole revolution of what Belize is now started. So guys, if you guys ever go to like England, you go to the museum over there, you can actually see some of souvenirs or some furniture that actually marked made in British Honduras. It was made here in Belize. Why do I say that? Because when that started to happen and they started to cut the mahogany, then that's when the dispute started with the Spanish and the British, right? They actually had a lot of wars, you know, because they were claiming that the land was for them, and the British were actually claiming that the land was for them because they were the ones working here and living here. So they started to fight over the lands. You know, they fought like about 4 to 5 times. The last time that the fight was actually on an island, you can actually see it from a cruise ship there. It's called the St. George's Key Island. That was the last battle over there, which is in 1798. Right? The British, along with their slaves, defeated the Spanish, and the Spanish fled from Belize. And from then, you know, it actually became a British colony called British Honduras. Right? So that was the first name that was given to Belize before it became Belize, British Honduras. So that was actually given by the British, you know, buccaneers that were here in Belize. After that, in 1830s, Belize became a crown colony, right? And then after that, in the 1860s, you know, Belize actually became, you know, away, right? It will be running away because they're afraid of us, right? Okay, guys, if you look over here, you can look at that beautiful view with the mountains. That's what we call peaks of the Maya Mountains, which is the beginning of the south. Okay, guys, so, well, maybe you guys might be bored. I've been talking from when we left the city, right? But we're almost there, right? So it's maybe like 5 minutes more before we get there. So I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of the massage room, right? Okay, guys, enjoy the ride and thank you for your undivided attention, right? Thank you very much, guys.
Oh!
That hit my back. Dude, I wonder if the buses have trouble getting through if it's been raining recently, like it's muddy.
bumpy road, so it's kind of hard to hold the camera. I mean, my phone.
I feel like my dentures are about to fall out.
You don't have attention, you weirdo. This is a long, bumpy road that we're going down. Very, very bumpy. I just want you guys to see. Look at that, it's gorgeous. There's another bumpy road. Trying to hold it still. This mosquito's so bad out here. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous.
Take a look at this. I don't know if you've seen something like this.
What is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Do that again? Look at that.
Go ahead and touch it. The harder you touch it, the faster and the more they close, all right?
Wow.
This is known as sensitive mimosa. Scientifically, they're known as Mimosa purica. And the reason why is because, don't worry about it, if we touch it, we're not killing it. Right? This is part of their defense mechanism. In about 10 minutes, they sprout back open, totally normal as how it was. The reason why they do this is for a defense mechanism. So if you take a look closer, they have thorns. These thorns are part of their defense mechanism. So they're basically letting herbivores know,
Nice.
eat me, this is what's gonna happen, right? Hey Wayne, you seen something like this, Wayne?
Okay.
This is awesome. Look, you can't because there's a tree.
Yeah, but what are trees? Trees are tall.
Maybe you better strap in.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what it was.
Hold on, Keisha. Sit down. I will let you know.
Okay.
You just trying to get the...
Step up.
Okay, both.
Okay.
You want the gloves?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the last one. What happens when it gets done? You have to do your hair. Oh, okay.
Adolfo, ask the photographer if they want them to go with light or without light.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we're moving slow.
I fail. Shit. You guys, I am tired. I have to go all the way up there. I hope I didn't break my phone. You guys, this is a workout for you. What?
Baby, that way.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm tired. Look at that. This is the breeze. It's a breeze.
There's a bridge.
Baby, don't shake too much. Oh, I'm sorry. You got it.
Ooh, dang. Rocky.
You got my glove? Babe, you got my glove? You got my glove? I'm too old for this shit.
Y'all made it.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you're gonna make it across this time, though.
What do you mean? I can do it. Even if I get stuck, I can probably swing out of it.
Okay, thank you. Oh, after a while, I'm stopped filming. Hope I get views on this one.
Ready? Yeah. Put your hands on the straps. You can go now.
That's what I ended up doing, was sideways.
Yeah, I went backwards.
See where you came from.
I almost went backwards. Well, then go check. I'll let you know when to go. Okay. And then I do social studies for 6th grade, the world cultures.
This is the hardest part for me.
Oh, yeah.
Getting my body.
Getting wet. Do you have to do it more than once a day, or just once a day?
Today it's only one. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I'm bus guiding at the city, so sometimes I'm diving. Next week I'm gonna be diving.
Oh,
that's,
wow. Oh, that'd be fun.
That's fun, man, with all the sharks and.
Yeah, if you're about that life.
It's
I am not.
The man in the gray
Real
suit
shark.
will leave you alone for the most part.
Real shark are
There's a
migrating,
Tarzan
so this is
one.
where a lot of people from
yeah.
across the world they come to dive.
Baby.
I believe just to see real sharks.
weird looking stick.
It's a vine.
Yeah, I know.
Did you know vines are parasites?
A lot of them are parasites. They live off the host, which is the tree.
I could very easily dodge that.
You should know that. That's going to be in your teaks for this year.
Oh, ha.
That's why they don't like you being at the school. I know everything. I know all the
Oh,
teachers.
This is a nice, relaxed pace.
She works at.
No, I used
It's like a
I
lazy
left
river
because
kind of
she was
thing.
going there.
It's a,
Oh,
it's a small town and everybody
knows each other.
So
Yeah, I know all her teachers.
What's the high school principal's name?
I was in
Dark.
Oh, maybe that's not the same guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he moved over to HR this year. Devin Dart took over for him, which has been, no, not this year, last year. Which has been awesome.
Yeah, we still have ours.
He's ready to take a nap.
In about 2-3 minutes, we're gonna be visiting the Dark Knight Cave. Alright?
Oh, cool.
You're going to be visiting all the dark because your light don't work.
I know. It's me. I'm the sacrifice.
It died like halfway through.
It did.
That's a sign for the sacrifice.
It is. Send me. Is it paid time off though? Just PTO. What does happen? I'm swimming away.
This is known as the Indian Creek. So where we are,
Not the
it's not a
fishy.
river. The creek, smaller than a river. But this is branched to the big river where you traverse that funny looking bridge that looks like made of out of more than one bridge. That bridge.
Yeah.
So,
worse bridges.
yeah, that's the Seboon River. This creek joins that river. That river makes it all the way at the city and dumps into the Caribbean Sea. the Mayas were using these as trading routes to make it to the coastal areas. The coastal areas were where this little village lived known as Holsos. It's made out of salineros. Anybody knows what or who is a salinero? Basically salt producers, right?
I thought you knew that.
So salt was very, very important to them. So they made this voyage at least once a week.
That's very important to me.
Yeah, it was very important. Salt was very important for the conserving meat.
Yeah.
That's how they conserve their meat. They fill it up with, cover it with salt and brine and put it out to dry. No freezers, no refrigerators. They also gather around
Do you need
stingray
some?
spines. Stingray spines
have
were
some.
crucial for their Maya rituals.
I told her, I was like,
Stingray
no,
spines
we
are
ain't
very,
playing this
very
game.
sharp.
I know that's
They
right.
would use it for bloodletting rituals. That's what they used to bore your arteries and your soft spots of the body. On the other hand, the guys from the mainland area, which was this area right here, they would trade things like corn, beans, squash, wild meat, all these things. So they would barter with each other. You know
What was
back
the
in
wild
day,
meat?
Wild meat, tapir, was
Okay.
mostly like a delicacy back then.
Okay.
You know what a tapir is?
I do actually.
It's the little
It's a
piggy looking
big
thing.
animal. That's the national animal of Belize.
It is
Pig
also
elephant.
Looks like a
submerge
anteater.
itself. It also can submerge itself under the water.
They're
It looks
great
like a
swimmers.
capybara as well.
They're not
They're
eating
great
you up.
swimmers.
They're
Nope.
huge. Yeah.
They like to be in dam areas where it's cool, rivers,
Do you
mud.
remember? We saw one.
Oh
at the
yeah,
zoo, and we
capybara
were like,
just
what?
chilling underwater.
It wasn't a capybara. It was
Where's
a
the
tapir.
lady?
Oh yeah, a tapir.
Tapir, they can.
Got a mosquito on
tapir
your
can weigh
butt.
up to 800
Yeah, I think
pounds.
I must have missed a spot
Right?
on
They
my
don't get
arm.
bigger than a donkey. They're great swimmers.
They are.
And they like to be around the wetland. But believe
it a-
me, tapirs are dangerous
Where's the-
animals.
Did I?
You did.
Yeah.
Where's
So we can experience that. Alright, and if you're scared of butts, I am totally sorry. We have butts ahead.
Have what? Oh, bats.
Don't worry.
It's the
they
Dark
will
Knight
not
cave.
attack.
There should be books.
Don't worry. You won't see them transforming into a person.
Oh man. Vampire dreams right there.
For real, I was like, damn, that's disappointing.
Oh look, there's one there.
Look at it. Look like one there.
Take a look up in the ceiling, you're gonna see a few of them hanging, tiny little ones, known as
That
insect
better be
butts.
in water.
Insect butts, yes. We need a lot.
One just flew.
Insect butts feed on 700 mosquitoes per hour.
Oh, well then, shoot, we good
Take a look
then.
to your right hand side, to the far end, you're gonna see an open area. That's where you can see bigger ones flying around. Some of them are still hanging from the ceiling. Those are known as fruit bats. Those are bigger. See, a lot of them are protected in Belize.
Oh, no,
They can yep, they can throw at least 30% of their seed dispersal. So thanks to fruit bats, a lot of those wild fruits would not be a thing out there. For example, wild guava, squash, and all these things, you wouldn't find them out in the wild if you weren't for bats. And of course, we have one bat which everyone's scared of, known as the false vampire bat. That's the carnivore. Take a look up on the ceiling. What's the difference between these caves and the ones where you were ziplining and where you did the chicken run?
There's no stalactites.
There's no stalactites. A very few of them. Few cave formations. What do you think that is?
Because of limestone.
The water. Rainy season, this cave tends to flood every 4 to 5 days.
That is really cold.
The water reaches up to the ceiling.
Slightly better than teamwork.
Alright, to your right hand side, you're gonna see cave pearls. Take a look to your right hand side.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, that might help.
See how they sparkle? Mm-hmm. Right here.
Yeah.
Anybody else got I come from land Now I do, thank you. Thank you for that. You're welcome. Parting gift.
Oh, get you some of that. access to a little inflation party right there. That's cool. No. This is the major release, right?
She's just gonna pop here and let it do.
That's okay.
Alright, we're exiting the cave system. We have a very, very narrow exit. If you come close to the walls or rocks, just use your feet to slide your push off. Alright? Right. Don't need to push hard.
Then everybody will go flying.
Then you can flip the person
Then we'll
beside
flip
you
lane.
off into. Well, that's how you do it.
But you start with me.
Insubordinate?